What's going on, guys? Welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV. And we've got there in the end. What a relief that is, managing to defeat Aston Villa by 2-1 at Villa Park. I mean, what a nerve-wracking game this was. A great game for the neutrals, but for Arsenal fans, some real heart-and-mouth moments in this one. And it was just horrible that second half to watch for 45 minutes. But what matters is, at the end of the day, it's 3 points. And we're back to top spot in the Premier League, which is what we needed. We've gone to a very tough ground, bearing in mind we do have a pretty good record there. But, you know, a lot of other teams have slipped up there, and, you know, we've gone to this ground in the past and we've drawn 0-0. We've had a couple of scrappy results there, and it's always been a tough place to go to. But like I said, what matters is the 3 points and that we are on top of the Barclays Premier League. The game actually started off really well for us. I mean, we dominated possession, dominated all the stats, and it was a very good team that started. We did miss Arteta for this one. I hope he's not out for too long. I'm not too sure what's happened with him. Maybe a calf strain. I think that's what I was hearing, but I'm not too sure now, so don't quote me on that. But it was a big loss for him, and we did see Matthew Flamini back in the side, and of course I still think Arteta brings something to the game that Flamini doesn't. But Flamini's a very rough, physical kind of player. But overall, Flamini had a decent performance, and he was creditable of putting in a good shift. As well as that, Wilshere was another one who had a very good game. Pretty solid defence. The whole team was pretty solid for that first half, and it was really a matter of time, of really a matter of patience, should I say, before we made the breakthrough and we got the goal. There was, of course, that huge gap in the middle of the first half when Nathan Baker went down and was taken off injured. I wish all the best for the guy, because he's a top talent for Aston Villa, and I'm sure he'll come back stronger from that. But focusing more on the Arsenal perspective, you know, that lapse in the game really did affect our style, and it took us about 5-10 minutes really to get back into our way of playing. And, you know, it was a great move for our goal, and we'd been knocking on the Aston Villa door for so long. Great work by Mesut Ozil, a great pass through to Nacho Monreal, who had been playing really well to this point and beyond that point. And it was a great cross by him. I think it was, I don't know if Giroud intended to miss the ball, but either way it was good work by him to dummy it to Wilshere, and a sweet, elegant finish by Jack Wilshere to put us 1-0 ahead, a deserved lead at the time, and it's a great goal for him. Not too sure what the celebration was about, I'm not too sure what was going on there. But it's a great goal for him to score. He needs to get a few goals in his game. He's doing that more often now, so I'm really glad for him to be scoring. And he had a really good performance today, and then a couple of minutes later, not even a couple of minutes, I think it was seconds later, great work by Wilshere to harry the Aston Villa player, get the ball, a lovely ball over the top to Giroud. He needed a goal and he took it really well, lovely bit of skill past the defender. He might have got a bit of luck, but he took his finish really well. It was a great goal, and he really needed that, because now his confidence should be right up and he should be getting a few more goals to his game. Rest of that second half though, it was a bit boring from Arsenal, really. We didn't push on for a third goal, which I think we really should have done. And in the second half, we were punished for that, because we came out in the second half with the same kind of attitude we'd had towards the end of the first half. Like, we've got 2 goals before half time, the game is sealed up, and we've done it. In the Premier League, it's not like that. You've got to carry on pushing. I mean, would you see a team like Man City sit back at 2-0 and, you know, kind of see the game out? No, you would see a team like City go on and push for more goals. It's something that we've got to carry on doing. We can't be this complacent. You see it at times with Arsenal. And the fact of the matter is, in the Premier League, any team can punish you. And I think Villa were a perfect example of that today. It was a good goal by Benteke. I can't deny that the cross should have been dealt with a lot better by the Arsenal defence. And I don't want to blame individuals for the mistakes, but Santi Cazorla playing himself into trouble. I don't care about how pretty it looks, just hoof it out of our area, and the problem never would have occurred. But for those last that final 20 minutes of the game, it was nerve-wracking. It was a heart-in-mouth game, and it was kind of just horrible for us, because we shouldn't have been like that. We could have pressed Aston Villa even more, played the kind of football that we should be playing, and scored 3, 4 or 5 goals. And honestly, I did think we missed Theo Walcott today. Serge Gnabry, certainly not going to take anything away from him, because I thought he was absolutely outstanding today, and Chamberlain was certainly very good when he came off the bench. But Theo Walcott brings something to our game that is unique, that a lot of other teams don't have. And, you know, we need someone up top with pace who is willing to take it past the last man, because you see Giroud with the ball and he will pass it back, Ozil will pass it back, Cazorla will pass it back, and we shouldn't be doing that. Gnabry, you know, I think he's a perfect example of that, because he'll be willing to take people on. But a lot of our centre attacking midfielders and our strikers don't do it, and it's something that's got to be integrated into our way of playing, because it's just we have all these great counter-attacking moves. You see some lovely passing moves. It gets to the last man, and we're playing it backwards, allowing teams' defences to, you know, integrate more and get their shape together. But anyway, that's something to be worked on, and I thought it was a scrappy game today. And at the end of the day, it's 3 points, and we're top of the Premier League. We've got a nice, cushy home game against Fulham next week, where I would expect quite a significant amount of goals in that one. You know, it's an unmotivated Fulham side, and we should be getting a lot of goals in that one, and we should be getting all 3 points there. Chelsea have of course got Man United, so maybe they could drop points there, and it's vital that we collect all our 3 points in every game now. But anyway, those have been my thoughts on today's game against Aston Villa. Please leave me your thoughts in the comments box below. If you have enjoyed the video, it would be great if you could click the like button, subscribe for more videos, and as always, thank you for watching, guys.